Pregnant out of wedlock. No one told me it would be this painful to give birth to just one child. I gave birth to my baby in the middle of the night, around 12 a.m., after going through so much pain. She was too big and almost tore me in two while she came out. The nurses said she was beautiful and very healthy. They expected a smile from me in response, but I didn't smile. I hated this child. She had kept me hidden for months, and now that she was finally here, I felt trapped for life. The next evening, when I was confirmed fit to go home, I left the hospital with her. I named her Martha because she represented my bitterness and sorrow. On my way home, I thought of abandoning her on a public road where someone might find her. But the moment she cried and I tried to calm her, I brushed off that thought. I decided I would give her to someone else to take care of. I can't let one single mistake destroy my dreams and ambitions. I had to move on. I took her to my mother that evening. To be plain, I had never told her I was pregnant, so she was shocked when I brought a child to her. "How did this happen?" my mother asked. "Take that child back," my father warned, but my mother took the child from the floor where I had laid her. "Sharon, what have you done now?" my mother asked. "Take care of her, Mum," I said and left, even when my mother called me to come back. She said I needed to be taken care of, but I wouldn't stay and let the whole village know I was the mother of that child. All the while I was doing this, my body shook with afterbirth pain, but I endured until I returned to my lodge and continued working and living my life as if nothing had happened. I never asked about my daughter or even requested my mother to send pictures of her. I wasn't interested. I wanted to forget about her completely. A suitor came to marry me, and I chose to tell him I already had a child, which scared him away. I decided I would never tell any man I already had a child ever again. Years later, there were no serious suitors, and I was slowly aging, 25, 26, 28. No man came to marry me. Finally, after 5 years, one man came to propose. He was older, about 45, but he looked younger. We started preparing for marriage. Then, it was finally the day of our traditional marriage. I called my mother and asked her to take my daughter to my maternal home, as I didn't want my potential husband to know I had a child. I wanted her to stay hidden just like I stayed hidden when I was pregnant with her. My mother agreed, and my fears were alleviated. What I never expected was that my sister would come to our traditional wedding with my daughter. My mother had sent my daughter to stay with my sister instead, but my sister stubbornly brought her to the wedding. It was then I found out that my daughter had a page where she sings. My daughter was, in fact, a singer with a unique voice. Seeing her for the first time in 6 years brought hot tears to my eyes. She was beautiful, fair-skinned, and plump. My mother had taken good care of her. "That is your mother," my mother said to her, and she came running to me, happy. I couldn't believe I had tried to abandon her for all these years. Such a sweet girl. Tears rolled down my cheeks realizing I had been selfish and foolish. But the worst was yet to happen. My husband left our traditional wedding when he found out, not because he didn't like my daughter, but because I had lied to him. The elders present at the ceremony muttered curses at me and said my father would be fined for hiding my sins. All of this weighed heavily on me, but I tried not to cry as I remembered what led to the birth of my daughter. It was Dan's fault. Finally, a consensus was reached by the elders. We would find the man responsible for my pregnancy and make him own up to my daughter. He must take part in raising my daughter and he must marry me. I didn't want that. Dan will never see my daughter. I will not let them take her to a woman beater like him. And I will never marry a man like Dan. But a law is a law. I committed an abomination. I got pregnant out of wedlock. I was crowned with shame. I was abandoned in the middle of a wedding for a mistake I made years ago. And if I didn't take the elders and my parents to Dan, I might be forced to marry an old man. But the question is, how do I find Dan? It has been 7 years. To be continued.